I'm Morgan Tegens with the Newport News Police Department, and I am assigned to the Communications Division, and I will let the young ladies to the left and the right of me introduce themselves.
Oh, wait, let's do it. We're live officially now. Go ahead, reintroduce.
Good afternoon. My name is Morgan Tegens, and I am a police officer with the City of Newport News, and I'm currently assigned to the Communications Division, which encompasses, in essence, the 911 Center, and I will let the young ladies to the left and the right of me introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Tiffany. I'm a certified training officer. I've been with the department going on 8 years now.
And I'm Lakesha. I'm also a certified training officer, and I've been with the department 5 years now.
So the purpose of this Facebook Live today is to tell you a little bit about what we do, the 911 Center, and how you can go about applying for a job if you so wish. And we'd love to have you on board. And some of the things that maybe you can think about before you apply, and the things that we're kind of looking for. We'll share some of that information with you. So I'll turn it over to you ladies, and I'll sit back and be quiet until you tell me to speak. Is that all right?
Yep.
So we are currently hiring. We are hiring for Public Safety Specialist number 1 and number 2. So a Public Safety Specialist number 1 is you have to be certified as a call taker and 1 radio position. And a Public Safety Specialist 2 is you get certified in all 3, phones, fire, and police.
Yeah, so a little bit about what we do. Like Tiffany said, you got to be certified as a call taker. So a call taker pretty much answer emergency, non-emergency calls. We dispatch police, the firefighters, medics, park rangers, animal control, and the sheriff's department to various calls for service. So we could go into our hiring process and how it works.
Yeah, so if you go to the city website and apply, after you apply, it's going to send you a link for the critical test. Our critical test is kind of a test to see where you're at and if you're capable of doing the job. It'll test multitasking, prioritizing, how fast you can type,
Map reading
skills. So it's just a little test to see where you're at and if you're able to do the job.
Now, I don't mean to interrupt, but is that something they have to come to our center to do, or can they do it at home?
Not at all. It's actually going to send you an email, and then there'll be a practice link for you can do the practice test, and then when you do the actual test, you have to complete it within 7 days. So you can start it one day and maybe need to take a break and come back, as long as you finish it within 7 days that you start the test.
Yep, all in the comfort of your home.
Yes.
So you don't even have to leave to do that. So.
And then after you do the critical test and you pass it, your information is going to get passed along to an investigator, and they'll get in touch with you and send you a background packet. Now, once you fill out the packet, you need to be as thorough as possible. If you get all the information filled out, you'll get pushed through the process faster. If you leave any empty questions, then they're going to have to either reach out to you or maybe do a little more investigating to get that information. So when you're filling out your background packet, be thorough.
Yeah, you're going to try to get your transcripts. They need your high school and college transcripts, so it's best to go ahead and start ordering that and getting that now, because that will hold you back as well without having that.
Now, does their background investigator walk them through that process?
Yes.
Right. So they just really don't need to know a whole lot. They'll kind of get filled in on that. Okay, so don't fret. You'll get filled in.
Yeah, and when you get the packet, just fill out as much as possible, because it's just going to make the process a little more smoother for you and your background investigator. Now, the process can take up to 3 months. Within the process, you have the background investigator. He'll check you for any criminal history. You'll have to do a medical exam for audio, hearing, and just an overall physical. There'll be a polygraph test, but it's nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing. I remember when I took mine, I was so nervous. I was sweating.
Yeah, they just ask you the same questions that's on your background just to make sure you're being
honest. Yeah. You're going to have a panel interview with the assistant chief towards the end of the process.
And the psych evaluation.
Yeah, the psych eval. And it's pretty much it. So it can take 3 to 6 months, but it's worth it. They're very thorough to make sure we hire the best of the best.
Let's encourage if they have questions.
And if you guys have any questions, that's what we're here for. We want to be very transparent with our position, what our job is. If it's something that you're interested in, now is the time to ask any questions.
And we do have pinned in the comments link to the job description and also the application link.
Yes, okay. So click on that. Don't be afraid. It might be nerve-wracking, but just do it.
Yeah, you don't have to have any experience. We give you all the training, the certification, everything you need. We give it to you. So you don't have to, in-house.
Yeah.
We have an academy that we just started, and it's a 10-week academy. And like I said, we give you everything, all of your CPR certification, your VSIN certification.
Emergency medical dispatch, everything, how to process calls, what questions you have to ask. literally we provide all of the training, everything.
And if I may comment as well, what we look for in an applicant is not necessarily the skills, to have the skills already, right, that we do. You're not a 911 dispatcher. And by we, I mean the team I work with. What we're looking for is a very positive attitude and a sincere desire to help people, to serve your community in a way that can get those services that they need in the form of police, fire, park rangers, et cetera, and so on, to them as quickly as possible. So the most important thing, if I could tell you, is a positive attitude. That's what we're looking for. We'll teach you the rest. No sweat there.
And there are some character traits that maybe would benefit you. Like, you have to be able to multitask for sure. You have to be, of course, be compassionate. I mean, we're dealing with people's emergencies, so we want to be compassionate, empathetic to what's going on in their lives. We get yelled at, but we can't take it personal. So there's certain character traits that we look for in our applicants. But in terms of training, education, all you need is a GED or a high school diploma. You don't need to be college educated. However, if you do have a degree, there is incentives for that. So I do believe the city pays more if you have your degrees, which is why you need your transcripts. But we literally provide all of the training to do this job. It's up to you how far the training can take you.
And it's paid training.
Yes.
That's right. You get paid for every day
Yes.
you're at that academy. You get paid for it. And if there's any equipment that's needed or manuals and things of that sort, we provide it to you. There's no cost to you whatsoever.
Yeah, we supply your supplies and everything, down to the ink pens,
Everything.
notebooks,
We do it all.
index cards, everything.
Self-contained. How about that?
Yes.
All
All you
right.
gotta do is show up.
So Sonia White is asking, what is the age limit cutoff for applying?
Oh,
So the age limit cutoff, meaning the the age range?
I'm not sure.
I know, like police
Yeah,
officers
department
have
has
a
a
cutoff. I don't think we
Yeah.
I
have
don't
one.
think so either.
Yeah, so I don't think we do have a, because that would be age discrimination.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no age cutoff.
You just gotta be
for-
18 to
Yes.
to
Right,
apply.
yeah, 18 to
Mhm.
apply. Yep.
So
And we do have people that have started with us at
Mhm.
19 years old, 18, 19 years
Mhm.
old. So
And even on the higher end, we've had people 50, 60 years old
Yeah.
that have been hired and have been certified.
Mhm.
So
again, we're looking for that positive
Yes.
attitude and sincere desire to help
Mhm.
other people.
Deborah Stokes says, good morning.
good
morning.
Good
morning.
morning, Deborah. How are you?
Thank you, Kelly. She says, an amazing group of people who do an amazing job.
Thank
you, Kelly.
And I have to tell you, I didn't start in the communications division until October of last year. Prior to that, I had served in a variety of different divisions and jobs and so forth, came from Community and Youth Outreach Division. I've been very blessed in the 31 years to have worked in almost every division within the department. You can imagine, 31 years, right? But I have to tell you that the most humbling my most humbling assignment as a division commander has been in the 911 center, because I get an opportunity every day to see how hard our dispatchers work, right? And the complexity of their work. And they are so service oriented, right? They want to do their very best to provide that first rate customer service, that public service to the people that call in. Even when that person is having the worst day of their life, our folks still remain professional and try to help them to the best of their ability. So I am very humbled to be part of a team like the 911 team. It's an amazing assignment, and I take nothing for granted. Every day, I do my very best to serve them because they deserve that. Because they serve us. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Tiffany's starting something here. But I even make tea. Do I make tea?
Yes,
I
every
serve
the
day.
best
He
tea,
gives us
That's
the
right.
best.
We have tea time every day.
Yep,
That's
we do.
important, right?
Yes.
It's good for the cohesion of the team. We have a great time doing it. But yes, if you become part of the team, you will receive.
You will get tea.
The
Tea
best
every
cup
day.
of tea.
Yes.
That's right. We have peppermint.
We have so
The-
much.
the blackberry.
We have lemon
Mhm.
ginger. We have it all, right?
All of it.
Yep.
All right.
Options.
And,
That's right.
and we get snacks.
Yes.
He feeds
Yes,
us.
snacks as well. All
Drinks
right.
Yes.
and everything.
That's
We
right.
are well taken care of.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, Captain
So-
Tegens.
In that, with the camaraderie and the family environment, you guys want to talk about like the committee and also your recent celebration of
Yeah, national. So every year we celebrate National
So,
Telecommunicator Week, and we have a committee that we put together, and we just come up with ways to make it fun, make our people feel appreciated. We're recognized. We recognize ourselves, and it's a really fun week. So we do theme days. We have food every single day by the police department, fire department, park rangers. They supply us
Sheriffs.
food.
Good
Yeah.
food.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it's just a fun week to kind of help us feel appreciated.
yeah.
all right. So Estelita, she asks, how many recruits are in your academy right now, and what makes Newport News PD so attractive to someone wanting a new career, be it as a dispatcher or an officer?
The name is Estelita.
Yeah, Estelita.
Estelita, how are you, Estelita? So currently we're allotted, if you will, 64 slots within the 911 center. And we have 51 employees to include the people that we have in the academy, right? So we have 13 slots. And so if you want to become a dispatcher, now is the time to become a dispatcher. We have 4 in the academy. If you're thinking about it, what's it going to cost you to try, right?
Mhm.
Do it. Fill out that application. Don't be the person who regrets not putting in for the job when you look back, right? And we're waiting. We're waiting to see your name come across. Estelita, right? All right, we're looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're looking for Estelita.
And I feel
right?
like our division, we train really well. I think we have a really good training division.
Mhm.
When I tell you we give you everything you need to do this job, we give you everything you need to do this job.
Yeah.
Our training is above and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know other jurisdictions' academies, but I'm very impressed with ours.
We're very thorough.
And even on the floor,
Yes.
on floor training, so you start in the 10-week academy, and then when you come on the floor, you're assigned to a CTO, and you're with them from the start to the finish. So that person is right next to you the entire time. I mean, we give you everything.
Yeah, and that
So-
CTO is a communications training officer, and literally you're paired up with that
Mhm.
person for all 3 what we call disciplines, right? You
Mhm.
start in call taking, and then you'll be there from 12 to 15 weeks. Then you move on to police or fire, and then you finish your 3rd one.
Mhm.
At no time do we leave you alone, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
We don't do that. We don't operate that way. You will always have a responsible person next to you that will teach you the ropes.
And even after you're certified, we're still there. Like we're still there to answer any
Yep.
of your questions. I mean, we still have questions to
Yeah,
this day. We've
absolutely.
been there as long as we've been there. We
Yes.
still ask
Yeah.
questions. So
Yep.
we're not going to let you fail.
Right. Can you talk a little bit, Tisha, about the family environment?
That's what I was about to say,
Yeah.
actually, because what makes it so attractive to me is that we're very close knit, and so sometimes we do spend a lot of time at work, and so you'll see your coworkers more than you see your family, and so you begin to get what is the word I'm looking for? You get a friendship. You
Yeah, a relationship.
develop a friendship, and a relationship with your coworkers. Tiffany is one of my very good friends here. Like,
And she was my trainee,
Yeah,
so
yes.
I trained her on
Yep.
everything, and now we're super close. And,
Yeah.
I mean, we work together, different shifts, but we work together, and you just build bonds with these people because you spend so much time with them, and you
Yeah.
rely on them for so much. So there's a lot of people in our department or our division who have really built long-lasting friendships that we never would have met if we didn't apply.
And I think we
Yep.
care about each other.
We
know,
do.
we care
Do,
deeply
a
about
lot.
one another. And if somebody is sick, we're calling, checking on them. You know, hey, do you
Mhm.
need anything? It's a very family-oriented environment, and that's what really attracts me to the team. And I feel very blessed to be part of a team that cares so much about one another. And we celebrate our successes, which is
Yep.
very important.
Yeah.
And birthdays. Every
Oh,
month
God.
we
Yeah.
celebrate birthdays. We'll
Yeah.
have a potluck. We'll bring a cake. We
Mhm.
celebrate
Yeah.
any reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we do,
reoccurring-
for real.
The
Yes.
recurring theme is food. We
Yeah.
absolutely love food. We really do,
Clearly,
right?
That's
yes.
And tea. We love tea
And
as well.
tea, yes.
So yeah, but if you're interested, please,
Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
please go online and apply. We'd love to have you on board.
So Angela Preston says, good morning. She says the 2 ladies are the most sweetest and caring young ladies I know. Be blessed.
That's my
Oh,
mom.
thank you.
Hi, Mom. Love you too.
Robin Bannister, she says, thank you all for your service. You are appreciated.
Thank you,
So
Robin.
Thank you very
Robin. Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
One of the things I had mentioned earlier before we went live is about the multitasking. How this job, like you have to be really good
Yeah.
at multitasking. Can you kind of just like go a little into that? How you have improved at it, or
So
you know?
multitasking is wild in our job, and I don't think people realize every day how much they're actually multitasking. I mean, you think when you're driving a car, you're paying attention, maybe you're changing the radio, you're listening to your kid in the back. It's every day you're multitasking.
Yeah.
So don't let our job and the fact that you have to be able to multitask be intimidating, because honestly, you'll catch on and you won't even realize how much you're multitasking. So, I mean, we might, if we're on the phones, we're listening to our phone call, we're listening to other people who might be taking the similar phone call, seeing what information they have. We're talking to the police dispatcher to relay any information. So it's a lot, but once you get trained, you don't even realize you're doing it.
Yeah.
Have your multitasking skills grown since you took on,
Yes,
the, took on the
yes.
position?
It has.
Yeah.
Like at home, personal, like my sister, she feel like I'm not paying attention to her,
Yes.
but I can repeat back everything she just said to me, and I'm doing like 10 other
Yes.
things. So yeah, it has improved.
That's right. So see, there are benefits to becoming a
Yeah.
dispatcher
Yes.
in the official life as well, right?
Yes.
That's great. And as you can see, we have all of us have a sense of humor at
Yes.
the center. You know, it's something that we use to get through the day sometimes.
Yeah, you got.
You have tough days. You have great days, and then you have those very tough days because sometimes they take some tough calls, you know. But it's what they do, and they do it selflessly, and they do it with their heart.
It's a very rewarding job. It's exciting. I mean, every day you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what you're going to be faced with. But at the end of the day, you finish your shift and you feel good. You know that you're helping people. It's just, I love it.
Have
Yeah.
you ladies? What do you find most gratifying about the work itself or the job? What is something that really stands out that you really enjoy?
To know that I help somebody.
That what you're doing matters.
Yeah.
And that's important. And when you can find, I think when you find a position in life in the work, in the world of work, that where you get that gratification, it's no longer work.
Mm-hmm.
It's no longer work. You come every day and you come to serve. It's not just work. And that is the beauty of 911 dispatching, right? What we call public safety specialists, is you get to do something every day to help someone. And at times you help someone without even realizing you helped someone. And that's and maybe years later you might get a letter or something that confirms what you do really does matter, what it's important.
I get very invested into some of my calls, or if I'm on the police radio, I get invested in the calls for service. I'm like, we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yep.
Like, it is like a duty, and it's just, I don't know, it feels good.
Yeah, it does.
Right. Because really the first outcry of any situation, whether it's medical or crime in progress, happens in the 911 center. That's the first people that folks call is us, is the center. And from there, we have to make a decision, we meaning the public safety specialist, as to how are we going to address that. Who's it going to go to? Is it a call that requires police and fire? Oh, wait a minute, park rangers maybe, animal control, maybe all of them? Who knows? So you have to know a lot of stuff, but again, we train you for that.
We give
We
you
do
everything. Everything you need.
Everything.
Now, as a matter of fact, I will tell you, Keisha came from the academy today. She actually was teaching the new recruit class.
And I'm going back when I'm done.
That's right. See, that's the kind
I'm
of
going
commitment,
back.
right? That's right.
I am. Yep.
Yeah.
So please call. I mean, write us. Send in some questions. We'd love to answer them.
Anything.
Anything. I guess, do you want to go back a little to the, a little with the background check, or do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Well, I think the background check really kind of speaks for itself. You are assigned a recruiter, right? And that recruiter, also known as a background investigator, will keep you up to speed on everything that you need to know and everything you need to turn in. They'll give you the whole rundown. So you're never, the beauty of the Newport News Police Department is that we are, at the risk of sounding self-serving or arrogant, we're very good communicators, right? We know that when somebody is in the process of applying for this job, it is intimidating. It's nerve-wracking. So we try to take away some of that nervousness by keeping you informed along the process. And our recruiters do an outstanding job. Captain Dunbar, Lieutenant Collins, and her team do an outstanding job. So don't be concerned about that. We do it. We're going to do it the right way.
And it's one step at a time. So it's not everything all at once. It's literally you're doing one thing at a time. So maybe 1 week you're doing your psych eval, the next week you're doing your medical eval. It's slow paced, but it's a fast process. It goes quick.
Yeah, and we have some of the fastest. We have one of the fastest process, I would argue, in the Hampton Roads area. They move very expeditiously because they're very good at what they do.
Yep. We will talk about some benefits that the city offers.
Oh, yes.
You get dental insurance and your health insurance.
Yep.
You also get medical insurance. We do paid personal leave, paid medical leave.
Yep.
Your VRS hybrid, the retirement plan you get, and also if you've been with the department for 2 years, you get tuition reimbursement. And then the referral program.
Yeah, the city just started. If you're a city employee and you refer somebody, that city employee will receive $500 as long as the person they referred stays 6 months. So that's a big benefit in itself.
Now, is somebody that's sitting here with us? Did they recently just finish school?
Oh,
Yes, and the city helped me pay for it. Thank you, City of Newport News.
There you go. that tuition reimbursement.
Yes,
Support,
yes,
right?
yep.
I love it. Yeah.
They
yeah.
helped me pay for
Well,
it.
congratulations to you
Thank
again.
you.
I think
Thank
that's
you.
outstanding. Yeah.
All right, CM Williams, she's asking first. Her first question is, do you need a driver's license, and do I need to be a U.S. citizen?
You do not need to have a driver's license.
Yeah, no, because you
you
don't.
do need to be a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
Right. So the position of 911 dispatcher does not involve operating a vehicle,
Mhm.
right? Therefore, the driver's license is not a necessity.
All right.
But again, you must be a U.S. citizen to apply for the position.
Yeah.
As long as you can get back and forth to work and have a method of transportation, we are absolutely fine with that.
Mhm. And we are doing lateral transfers as well. So if you're with a different department, you already got your certifications, you can come right over and skip that
We'll
10-week
take you.
academy
That's
and
right.
just do a little on-the-job training to show you
Yeah.
how we do things
Geography
here.
and stuff,
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, now having said that, DCJS, the Department of Criminal Justice Services, can you talk a little bit about how they oversee the process?
So they when we do our academy, it has to be DCJS certified. So all of our standards and regulations have to be approved by DCJS. Again, why I feel like our academy is one of the top.
Yeah.
Right,
for
and
sure.
there are other jurisdictions within Virginia
Mhm.
that fall under the DCJS protocols as well. So if you happen to work in another jurisdiction, and I won't mention any names, and you want to come to Newport News,
Come on over.
check us
Yeah.
out. Check us out. You might enjoy working with us.
Yeah.
And we're CALIA accredited.
We are fully.
Yeah.
Fully
Fully.
accredited.
Yep.
Not a whole lot of jurisdictions that are fully accredited,
Right.
but that would be us.
Yep.
Every
Not
year.
tooting our own horn.
Right.
Just stating the facts.
And could you, I mean, just still, I mean, not too much information, but like, what is CALIA exactly? Like, why is that a big deal?
Right. So CALIA is an organization that looks, and I should say really examines the way that we do business in writing and through the way we comport ourselves every day to make sure that we're doing it to the very best of standards, right? That's what they do. They do it on the police side and they do it on the dispatch side, as well as training academies. And I think what that process does is it allows us to be the very best 911 center we could be, because the standards are incredibly high. But that's how we operate, right? And they verify that we are operating that way. So that's kind of it in a little nutshell.
Another reason why I love this department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They set the standards.
I
So
just
we
think our
gotta.
standards,
We meet
our
it.
standards
We
are
meet it.
high, and
Mm-hmm.
As they should be.
Yeah.
They are, I think every 911 center should have the highest standards, because
Yeah.
ultimately we serve the people.
Yeah.
That's what we are, and we're people serving people. So we should have the highest standards, and I believe we do.
yeah, I think so too.
Right. Anybody keep encouraged? Any more questions
Yeah.
about the
Any
about the
questions
job?
about anything
Yeah.
pertaining to our job?
Drop them in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll answer
We're here
them.
to answer them.
Yeah. How about we do a little plug on the Facebook page? They could also
Oh
follow.
yeah, we do have a Facebook page. It's the Newport News Emergency Communications page. So
Mhm.
anytime we'll, like during our Telecommunicator week, we're constantly updating that with what we had going on during that week. We recognize some of our employees on it. We try to be as active as possible.
Yeah. Now I'm not super familiar with Facebook, to be honest with you, but they can friend us. Is that the correct
They
terminology?
would follow us.
Follow
yeah.
us. Yeah. See, there you go. I verified exactly what I just said. I'm not familiar with it, but yeah, follow us if you want. We'd love to have you on
Yeah.
board, and you can kind of stay up to speed on the things that we're doing, and we do a lot of fun things.
We
to be
do.
honest with you. Yeah, we keep it light because the job sometimes is very difficult. It's very difficult. You hear some things that are very terrible, right? Let's be honest. We're being honest with you. We're being transparent here.
Yeah.
So we have to offset it with different things, and one of the things is laughter and our camaraderie that we share. There isn't anything that we wouldn't do for each other if we were in need. That's the bottom line, and that's important, because I would argue this, that not in every work environment do you get that. And I'm not talking about 911 centers. I'm talking in general, where you have a sense of that camaraderie and care, legitimate care by your team members, and we're proud of that.
Mhm.
We're very, very proud of that.
Yeah.
All right. Judy Hatton, she says, we truly appreciate your hard work and dedication, endurance, and gratefulness.
Thank you.
That's very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. Appreciate that.
All right. I guess we can do a few more minutes and then wait for if put on
Any other
questions.
questions?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here
drop
to
them
answer.
down below.
Yeah.
So we are hiring right now. So go click on the link, apply. When I first applied, I was terrified, absolutely terrified, because I didn't have no experience in this field. I was so scared. But I will tell you, I would never regret this decision.
Hey, look at you
It's-
now.
Yeah, it's worth it. I think the job is. I mean, I just love
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it's exciting. If you like exciting stuff, if you're nosy, I'm so nosy, and I think being nosy makes you a great call taker because you're going to
Yeah,
extract
yeah.
all that information that you need for the first responders. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
it's
an
good.
inquisitive
Absolutely.
mind helps
Yes.
out quite a bit.
Definitely.
Yep.
Interrogation.
That's right.
But you should definitely apply if you're thinking about it. If you're unsure, just apply.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I think what were some other testing? You kind of want to talk about the testing?
The critical test.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that could be intimidating, but when you do get the link, there is a practice test that you can take as many times as you want. But when you do start the test, you have to complete it within 7 days. So it's unlimited practice. So just keep practicing, and then don't let the test intimidate you.
Yeah, and there are practice tests out there in the form
Yes.
of videos as well online. Not to plug any video service, but they exist out there and they're free.
Mm-hmm.
And it ends with a 2. So, check it out. Right? It's out there. You can find those practice
You
videos.
can. Yep.
Absolutely. Oh, and when does the next academy start? Oh, good question, Morgan.
Yes. Good question.
The next academy we're looking at starting it in August. So if you apply now, we have plenty of time to do your background check, get you all squared away, and we'll get you on board. And if you want, let's say you finish the process early, right, before August, and there's a gap of time in between the time that your background is done and you come on board, we could look at placing you somewhere in the agency temporarily, right, until the academy starts, and then of course once it starts, you're in the 911 center, right, part of our team.
Yep.
Part of our team.
And in this position, there is career advancement. So you can become an assistant supervisor, you can become a supervisor, you can become the 911 manager. There is room to step up in this division. You're not just only going to be a 911 dispatcher for the entire time of your career.
Right.
So.
You want to talk about the benefits of being in the Virginia retirement system? That's also after 5 years.
Yeah. So after 5 years, you're vested.
I mean, that's something that's.
Yeah, after 5 years, you're vested. I was vested after 5 years, and what that means is when you eventually become a certain age, you will get some of that money in the form of retirement. That's very important. Retirement for our dispatchers is 30 years. After 30 years of service, you can retire.
We are trying to become first responders, which will allow us 25-year
25.
retirement. Fingers crossed, it'll happen sooner rather than later.
Fingers crossed,
Yep.
absolutely. But yeah, there is a retirement system, and also there's an ICMA system, which I guess is similar to what, a 457 type thing, where you can tuck money away every month, right? And at the end of your career, you'll have your retirement plus that supplemental money which you've put aside, which some people refer to as a nest egg, whatever you want to call it, but it's yours. You own that. That's your money to use as you see fit. So that's pretty important stuff.
Yep.
We're gonna wait a couple of minutes to see if we get more questions.
Sure.
But are there any other things you feel we've missed?
Well, we could talk about the like the schedule for the training. You use Monday through Friday, so you have the weekends off for 10
While you're in
weeks.
the academy.
While you're in the
yes, that's
academy.
right.
Just the academy,
Yeah.
the 10-week academy. So for 10 weeks, you're Monday through Friday,
8 to
weekends
4.
and holidays off,
Mhm.
8-hour days.
Yep.
Right.
And then once you hit the floor, we, of course, a 24/7 operation. We have 3 different shifts. You got day shift, you got evening shift, and then midnight shift. So,
Yeah, and it's important to understand that when you apply for this job that there is shift work, and you are assigned where you are needed.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're needed on evening shift, then that's the shift you'll go to. So it is 24-hour a day operation. Please understand that before you apply.
We work holidays, weekends. If your work day falls on a holiday, you're gonna work.
yeah.
Yeah. And emergencies don't stop on
They
holidays.
Nope.
In fact, I would even argue that sometimes emergencies are more
Yeah. Yeah.
on holidays,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Especially medical emergencies.
Mhm.
Or on Thanksgiving, people burning their turkeys.
Yes.
And getting house
Oh,
fires.
Yes.
Maybe just smoke, but we still
Yeah.
gotta come.
We still gonna go.
We
We
still
gotta go
come.
to those.
So
Yeah.
absolutely.
Jason, he's asking, are there any 911 operator jobs? Which I think, because of the title.
Yeah,
it
so
might
our
be-
title recently changed. We are 911 dispatchers. We're just, our new title is Public Safety Specialist for Newport News. But a Public Safety Specialist is a 911 dispatcher.
Right.
So we're taking emergency, non-emergency phone calls. You can train on the police radio and or the fire radio. So we do, that's what
We
we
do it
are,
all.
911 dispatchers.
Yeah, that's what we are.
And I think that's some of I think that's how versatile our dispatchers are,
Mhm.
right? You could be on the phone on Monday taking calls, and then on a Wednesday you could be on the police radio, and on a Friday you could be on the fire radio.
Yep.
And that's the beauty, I guess, of being certified in 3 different disciplines, is that it removes some of that monotony
Mhm.
that could come with doing the same exact thing every day. Even though I would argue that if you work 4 days straight on the police radio, it's not all going to be the same, right? Because because those are human beings on the other side of that radio as well, and different calls come in every minute, really.
Yeah.
That's why I say you never know what to expect. Literally, you cannot predict what your day is going to be like. Every
You
day is
can't.
something new. If you think it's really quiet, like next thing you know, it could be a crazy call, a
Yeah.
crazy dispatch. It's very unpredictable, but it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Keisha, did she just use the Q word?
She did.
Sorry,
You
dispatch.
know we don't say
Never
that
use
word.
the
We don't
Q word.
say that. We don't talk
Oh.
about
Yay. Oh,
We
Yeah, we don't say the Q word in dispatch
in dispatch.
unless you're bored.
Yeah, and the first time I
Right.
said it, I think the first time I said it in dispatch, you actually got off about it. I think it was you that got off about it. And here you
And
are
then
using
you
You're
it.
right,
saying
saying
it.
it.
We don't
Oh
say
my
that word.
God.
Sorry, dispatch.
Oh gosh.
And it's live.
Let's call dispatch real quick.
And you know, the interesting thing about dispatch is that I hear people say, you know, I really want to serve my community in a law enforcement capacity, but I don't want to be in the field.
Mhm.
I don't want to actually be in the field. Well, this is an opportunity for those folks who don't want to be in the field, but do want to serve their
Yeah.
community and are public service minded to help.
When I applied, actually, I wanted to be a police officer. That's what I wanted to do. So I was like, I'll do dispatch. I'll see what it's like. That way I can get an understanding of what the police officers respond to, what it's like for them without actually having to do the job. But then I fell in love with dispatch.
So you were hooked?
A hook, yeah. Before I even left the academy, I was like, this is it. But we've had dispatchers who have left dispatch and gone to the police side. So,
Yes, and have done very well.
yeah.
Have done very well.
All right, so you guys it's 12:32, so I think you have any last minute,
I think
Hope
you should
people
just apply.
Yep.
If you are questioning it, if you're unsure, even if you don't think you would be great at it, you'll be very surprised.
Just do it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
go for it.
And you can see if it's for you or not.
Yeah, and
if it's not,
it's
then
fine. It's
yeah.
perfectly fine.
Yeah. But don't regret not applying.
No.
Right.
Don't do that. You're not going to like yourself for that.
And we have tea.
Exactly.
and if they have, so they like I said before, it's pinned in the comments. We have the job description there, and also the application link, so they can just click on, and if they're ready to go,
Just check it out.
yeah. And all right, thank you, ladies. and
Bye.
thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Take care. Pleasure, everyone. Be safe.
See y'all.